Hello everyone, or should I say g'day everyone, it's FarmSim guy here, hope you're all doing well. Today we are looking at Western Australia, but not the 4X version. FarmerBob very kindly got in touch with me the other day and he passed me a copy of this, which he's hoping to submit to the Mod Hub next week for all platforms. And this is a standard size 2 kilometre by 2 kilometre version of Western Australia, and I'm quite impressed with what he's done here. What we'll do, we'll jump straight into the PDA and I'll show you what's what. But there we go. Now, this might look very familiar to any of you who've used the 4X version on PC. But in essence, what he's done, he's shrunk it down. So I'm just going to overlay the 4X PDA on the top of this so you can see it. But it is identical in terms of layer. Obviously, everything's shrunk down because it's a smaller map. But in essence, there's some really nice big fields in here. And what he's done down here, which is obviously a very large grain cell point on the 4X map, is now a very useful space with a few different things in there: animal dealer, bale cell point, lime cell point, as well as storage for grain and things like that. Now, what I will say about this map is bear in mind where this map is. It's trying to be authentic to the region of the world that it's in. This is in Western Australia, in the outback. This is heavy wheat and barley region. That's all they do out here. There's not a lot else out here. So with that in mind, if you're looking for a map that's got 40 production points on it and everything is laid out ready for you, this isn't probably the map for you. This is if you want to get 4 combines running in a field and you want to haul grain all day with big trucks. This is what this is about. We've been playing the 4X version on one of my multiplayer servers. I used it for my 50,000 subscriber stream, and it was really, really good fun. So you can get a lot out of this as a map because there's just so much to do here. I think it would work really, really well on a multiplayer server. And it's really great that he's trying to get it onto console. Now, we don't know whether that's going to be possible yet, but you'll see some of the things he's done on the map here compared to the 4X version that will hopefully push it in that direction relatively quickly. So we'll start here on the one and only farm that is here. You've got your house just here. Now, if you just pop behind the house here, you'll see, other than deer, we've got a small chicken pen here and some bees up in the trees. I do love these Australian style trees as well. These are looking great. We'll just pop the garage door here and we have got somewhere where we can change our clothes, which is nice, and our sleep trigger on the front there. Over here we've got a small greenhouse as well, so we can grow some lettuce and strawberries, etc. And then we'll head over here to the sheds. Now, this is different, radically different to the farm that you will find on the 4X version. Again, I'll pop a little image of that up so you can just see the differences. You have a very big shop. You've got very big grain storage bins on the 4X map, so he's obviously had to shrink everything down to make it work in the smaller spaces here. But you've got all your starter equipment here. You've got your rock picker there, your liquid and your dry fertilizer equipment. You've got this dinky little trailer here. I guess you could maybe shift your eggs from the chickens and your honey down with those. The Herman sheds, the base game sheds that came with 22, which are really nice sheds. He's put some of those down again, I think thinking towards how he can get this onto console. Some nice sheds here as well. There are your replacement grain bins again. Pop a quick image up here of what you get on the 4X version of this map. As you can see, he's had to do some shuffling around of things to make this fit, but it's still looking pretty good. So you will load your crops from just over there. Now, in terms of other equipment that you've got, you can see there's a Massey 8S there. You've got a Fendt 900. Just nip behind here as well because there is a fast track. You've got a 9250 case combine. You've got both the headers. You've got a corn and cereal header. You've got your planter there. You've got a Mack truck here for hauling grain to the sell points, and you've got this crampy trailer as well to help you on your way. There is, I can't see, oh there it is over there. You've got a very large cultivator as well to help you going. There's your lime point on your farm as well. so you can fill up on the farm. Here is your herbicide tank. Just round here is your seed tank, or your seed sell point, buy point, storage point. And then over here, liquid fertilizer and a dry fertilizer as well as a water tank there as well, and diesel over there. So you're pretty self-sufficient on this farm. And again, this another nice Herman shed here, and as you can see, there are 2 marked points in here. And what they are actually are repair bays or mechanic bays. So if I walk up to this now, there you go, the pickup that you saw in the shed there can be amended or edited in here. So in essence, this is your workshop now. And that's your farm. That is your farm. So what we'll do now, in fact, we'll probably jump in that pickup. I was going to take the Mahindra that was parked outside the house, but it doesn't go as fast as this. So what we'll do is we'll head back down to the only other point on the map that has sell points in it. So we'll roll out of here, down to here. A couple of floating trees there still. I'm sure we'll fix those before it goes live. But onto the road here. Traffic is rather busy and moves at a decent pace as well. There we go. Pull onto the road here. You get an idea then for the size of some of these trees. Look, mind the kangaroo sign. So some of the field sizes, look at this over 2R. So this is one of the fields you own in New Farmer mode. It's field 2 here. Relatively big field. We'll look at the field size in a little while after we've looked down here. But it will give you an idea. Bearing in mind this is a standard size map, there are some pretty mighty big fields. I think this is the biggest field on the map here on our left as well. Just a shade under 100 acres in size. But we'll run all the way down here. It's very busy in the outback today, isn't it? Again, a few more trees just here. Nice signage there, battered old cars. It's got a bit of character to it as well. But even the background over there, if you look over there, it looks and feels, not that I've had much experience of the outback in Australia, but just the hills there and the trees feels relatively authentic to me. So we'll keep going down here, so you can see ahead. You can see the grain pits there, and also some of the grain bins rising up. So this is the probably, well, I was going to say the main, so it's the only area of sell points on the map. So we will just pull in here. We'll have a look at what we've got. This is Cargill, Western Australia. Obviously a sign that will have to be removed before it goes onto console, if it makes it to console. We've got these lovely grain store points in there, and there's a tipping point in the middle there, so you can unload your vehicles there for storage. We roll into here, and again another Herman shed there. We've got a fuel cell point there. You've got an animal dealer here where you can buy your animals. You've got your bale sell point here as well, and there is a shop as well, so you can buy and sell your machinery here should you so wish. There's the shop point there, and then you have storage. So under here is your sell point, there's your storage point, and under here is your sell point, one of only 2 on the map. And you can sell pretty much everything here, so even though they don't have the production points on the map, you can get rid of everything you want here, such as your bread, your cakes, butter, cheese, fabrics. So if you do want to put your own productions down, you've got somewhere to sell everything, which is good to see. So obviously thinking ahead slightly there. There's another lime point just here as well, and it's easy to fill up from there and haul it back if you are, let's say, spreading lime on this field and don't want to go all the way back to your farm. So there you go. Not much more to tell you about that than that's it in terms of sell points. So let's jump into the PDA for a second. Let's have a look at some of the field sizes. So you have 25 fields in total, ranging from the very big one here, field 11 at 99.67 acres, selling for a handsome $2.419 million. Field 5, 88 acres, 2.1 million. Field 24, 78 acres, 1.9 million, all the way down to little field 8 here. 3.6 acres and just $88,000. So, and everything in between, to be honest. So you could really start off, if you wanted small and go big, growing up to things like field 17 there. Field 3 is a nice size as well. Or you just go big from the off. Now, if you do start in new farmer mode, you get fields 1, 2 and 4 already. So you can see the 3 fields you get here, and there's plenty to keep you going there as well. So you maybe don't need to worry about buying any new land straight off the bat. There are things in the fields like big power cables running through the middle of the map here, which is another nice touch. In fact, you can see them there. We've got a bit of a traffic jam behind us. I thought I'd pulled off the road enough, but what we'll do, we'll head back to the farm because there is another sell point. It is just a grain sell point, but I completely forgot about it, so I'll run up to the top of the map and I'll show you that as well. There we go, we're just passing our farm again here, and just a little bit further along, you already see the building up here, is the second sell point. Slightly smaller sell point, and basically really only for grains and things like that, so we'll just pull in here. I will touch on the train as well, because there is a train line on the track on this 2X version at the moment, only decorative. And I don't know what FarmerBob's plans are for it. I do know he has now implemented it on the 4X version, which is already out for you to go and play with if you want. I'll put all the links to FarmerBob's website, etc. in the description below. But here is our sell point for grain. And obviously you can process, if you wanted to buy this, you could process your flour, etc. here as well. So this is one of the only production points on the map. And there we go, we've just purchased it there. So wheat, barley, oat and sorghum flour can be made there now. Just quickly run around here and show you that the train track is sitting here. But all in all, I'm quite taken with this map. Like I said, it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. If you want everything ready and prepared for you, it's not the map for you. But what it does do, I think, is really open up the opportunities to work the outback in Australia. I'd love to hear from some of my Aussie followers and let me know how authentic this feels. Certainly I know when we got Southern Cross Station a little earlier on, that was very well received, and it feels like that in terms of the ambience and the atmosphere that it's creating. It feels, like I said, I don't have any experience of Australia, but it feels very, very similar to Southern Cross Station, and it, for me, as an outsider looking in, feels quite Australian. So, there we go. I hope you like this very quick little tour. One thing I am going to do before we go, though, is do a little bit of a courseplay test. Something I've been caught out on before, and some people have pulled me up on, is, are there any things that do or don't work on the map? So one of them, I think that obviously a lot of people like to use, is courseplay, and help us too, of course, if it's going to make it to console. So we'll do a little test. Right, we are in the field with the Case Combine. As you can see, crop destruction is turned on. I had to drag the header into the field because between the trees and the shed there is too narrow to hook the header up before you get into the field, so I had to sacrifice a bit of crop to get in here. But what we'll do now, we will get this combine unfolded. We will set a little courseplay course and just keep an eye on it as it does a little bit of a lap around the edges of these bits of the field and make sure everything runs as intended. So there we go, we've gone to courseplay fieldwork. We're going to close the course generator. We're going to do, let's do just 2 headlands, I think. leave everything else as is for now. Generate a fieldwork course. There it goes. That looks pretty good. We're going to close it, and we're going to hit the start button and see how we get on. There he is. He's started. Moving away now, and we'll be able to see what happens on these corners. But I know it was something that FarmerBob was sorting on the 4X version, was the field boundaries to make it work better with courseplay and helpers and things like that. So I'm pretty sure it's going to work without any glitches. But looking good so far. So there you go, folks. This is Western Australia, the standard size version by FarmerBob. Like I said, not out yet. Going to be submitted to the Mod Hub, hopefully coming to all platforms unless there are any issues with it. Bob was saying he was hoping to get it released in the next week or so, depending on how things go. But keep an eye on his website. I'm going to put all the links to his socials and website, etc. down below. The 4X version of this, version 2 of this map, is already out on his site. So if you're on PC and you want to play the 4X version, you can go and grab that straight away. But console players, you've potentially got the opportunity to play this version in the not too distant future, if everything goes to plan. So from me for now, the FarmSim guy, thank you all very, very much for watching. Thanks to FarmerBob for sending me a copy of this to have a look at it as well. And I will see you all again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.